afternoon, everybody. I would like to redefine the subject a little bit. Financial inclusion, accelerating banking services could be we can substitute with accelerating financial services. And then the other part is role of DBT and Aadhaar. When we talk of financial inclusion with this Prime Minister's Jan Dhan Yojana, quite many people might have thought that opening a bank account is financial inclusion. It is not so. It is only the first stage entry, like a child is admitted to LKG class. And the progress will depend on the entire financial well-being of a person, of a family, of the children, for which we also need other services like insurance services, both life, property, health, children life, climatic insurance, a whole gamut of insurance that is not there, for which we find maybe out of distress the farmer commits a suicide or a housewife commits a suicide, or some people run away, they become migrant laborers. So you have issues for insurance which has to be taken care in the real financial inclusion sense. Number two, building up savings. Number three is the loan facility. Everybody, if he has built in certain amount of credit history, if he is found credit worthy, if we create kind of a database where we prove him to be credit worthy, what kind of loan we give him, so that he knows that even if he has a financial distress, he does not need to run from pillar to post. And the fourth is the pension system, which PFRDA had started with the Swabhalamban Light, NPS Light, which means that people, if they make a small contribution, government also makes a contribution, so that the old age vagaries are taken care of. So I have to tell that the banking system, having opened 12.5 crore account, have only opened the doors for all other sectors of financial sector, so that everybody need to chip in now. That will be the real financial inclusion which is going to take place in the country. Um, Here I should like to tell that in the last 4-5 months, the bankers have got at least 3 letters from the Prime Minister. First letter was initiating us into PMJDY. Second was kind of a booster dose to keep us working. Third was a pat on the back that you have done a very good job. I don't think any other sector they would have got 3 letters from the Prime Minister by now. We are the only sector who have got it, for which I must congratulate all my fellow bankers doing this and making it successful. Now coming to role of DBT using Aadhaar. Now taking Aadhaar into the banking system is a real smart move. It's smart move because you are putting the banking system on a unified identity, and this is only what has happened in the banking. It hasn't happened in other segments. So my request to Mr. Pandey is to see that, if I now go to open a NPS Lite account, I might have to again go back to NSDL for a authentication of the person. NSDL has to give a KYC certification. So somewhere all these extra KYC norms, whatever are floating in the system, must all converge at Aadhaar point, so that on the whole people's life is easy, bankers' life is easy, and the administrator's life is also easy. And having done that, if the government start pushing the DBTs, it will have twofold advantage. For the government, it will definitely cut down the cost of managing subsidy. You name any scheme, it is, if taken by a audit, will be deemed as an inefficient scheme. It could be food security through FCI, it could be name anything, a scholarship scheme or anything. So once we move everything to our DBT, we are creating transparency, we are creating accuracy, we are creating speed, and we are creating a system which is both authentic as well as dependable. So, and it will reduce government's cost of handling subsidy. For the beneficiary, it will he'll get rid of the problem of running from pillar to post. He may not have to run anywhere because his biometric is with him and his RuPay card is with him. He will go and just swipe his card and get his money. And no banker will ask that gentleman that if you are getting 50,000, you pay me 1% cut. Actually, while managing this last 4 months, we used to get complaints that BCs and branches asking for money to open an account. So every particular place you get into auditing the thing, why such a aberration is happening. Wherever you have a large system, aberrations get into happening. But technology is again the only solution, and public awareness is the only way we can make this country corruption free. And to add a little further to role of debate is, once all these things happen, I think it will be a win-win thing for everybody. And once DBTs come, actually we are looking forward to the days the DBTs will come, because the accounts will get funded. It is a supply side thing. Government has to release the money to the 12.5 crore accounts we have opened. At least 50% of them are at zero balance. Carrying zero balance accounts are a huge cost on the banking system. Maintaining the BC channel is again a huge cost for the banking system, particularly for a bank like State Bank of India, where I have 50,000, 60,000 BCs with me. So once the DBTs come, accounts get funded, once the banks get their 1% handling commission, then it will be win-win for everybody. And I wish that end of the day, despite R.K. Lakshman not being around, the common man reaps the benefit. Thank you.